Now we move on to the Eastern District, a big showdown between Lake Taylor and Booker T. Washington. Over 3,000 fans to cheer on the Bookers, and early on in the first quarter, it would be Dominique Marsh looking down the field, almost intercepted in the end zone, and the Bookers would have to settle for a field goal attempt.
The snap is down, the kick is up, and it hits the crossbar. No good on the attempt there for the Bookers, so Lake Taylor now will take the possession.
An early missed opportunity for the Bookers, and the Titans would take advantage as Mike Tyson receives the pass and knocks out the Booker defense with the 11-yard touchdown.
Mike Tyson getting into the end zone on that scamper. That gives Lake Taylor the early score here and the early lead over the Bookers.
As you see the extra point by Adrian Bravo Morales, up and good. And the 7-0 advantage in the first half for Lake Taylor. And now they would add to it on a punt that Yao Ming couldn't have fielded. Goes over the head of the punter, and it's into the back of the end zone for a safety.
You can't leave the football, Chris. Special teams has to be special, and you can't have bad snaps like that to give up 2 points.
And adding insult to the 2 points would be the safety kickoff, and it would be Darian Walton, the dangerous senior return man for the Titans, breaking 2 tackles and racing 58 yards down the field for another Lake Taylor score. And just like that, it's a 16-point advantage for Lake Taylor.
Some nice dance moves there to avoid some Bookers, and the return all the way to the end zone, 15-0 to score. Booker T looking to change the momentum here on this kick return.
And turnabout being fair play, it would be the Bookers looking to respond as Earl Norfleet takes the reverse, races down the left sideline, cuts it back toward the middle, finds his blockers, and continues to run before he's finally tackled down by the Titans at the 50-yard line. Now Dominique Marsh looking deep down the left sideline, trying to find his receiver, overthrows his intended target, Lafayette Smallwood, and it was that kind of night for the Bookers early on.
Coming back, Lake Taylor, nice pitch from the quarterback, finds a receiver who will dive into the end zone. Touchdown, Lake Taylor.
Mike Tyson with the second touchdown of the evening. Now 22-0 the score in favor of the Titans. Dominique Marsh looking to make something happen under heavy pressure, throws it downfield, finds Smallwood, who makes a man miss, and he would score the 45-yard touchdown, and the Bookers threatening to make a game of it.
Nice move there by the receiver. Found a blocker, got into the end zone, and Booker T not done yet.
And it would be a Capers 2-point conversion run to cut it to a 14-point game, and still in it are Booker T and the Bookers cheerleaders trying to get the crowd back on their feet as Lake Taylor trying to salt the game away, up by 14 points late in the fourth quarter, punting the ball away. And this one you're going to want to watch, folks, as Earl Norfleet is going to do his best Dancing with the Stars impersonation here with the spin move. Woo! Cuts it back. A couple more juke moves, hitting the O on the PlayStation console. And that's another great return for Norfleet.
I think he hit the X, the circle, and the triangle, and a little bit of turbo on that one, Chris.
Might have had a game cheat code on, but Marsh unfortunately would not be able to capitalize as the Lake Taylor defense continually hounded him throughout the game. The sack there by Datrell Anderson, and that would do it. The Titans would survive the 22-8 victory on the road over the Booker T. Washington Bookers. Mike Tyson with those 2 catches for 2 touchdowns. Dominique Marsh, a rough game for him, 4 of 23, only 97 yards passing. And now looking at more scores from the Eastern District in a thriller, Maury over Wilson, 32-26 in double overtime, as Neil Anthony Hale had 4 touchdowns for Maury. And Norcom blanks Norview 45-0 as the defense only allowed 58 yards for the Pilots and forced 6 turnovers. And finally, one more score, another shutout as the Truckers all over the Comets of Granby, 40-0. Willante Roscoe 6-7, 103 yards and 2 touchdowns.
And as we take a look at scores around the Bay, Rivers Grafton over Woolhair 44-10, and as well as D'Angelo Harrison with 14 rushes, 216 yards, 3 touchdowns, and Pocosin 45, Jamestown 0, Cody Hutchinson with 2 TD catches in that effort. Smithfield on top of Grassville 46-10, Smithfield over Tab. DeMontre McClare 120 rushing yards, 2 TDs. And Bruton over Lafayette in triple overtime 43-36. Devalis Olivas with 3 total touchdowns in that effort.